Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip from Elder's Guidance. That burning, tightening sensation that makes you clutch your calf and gasp for breath. It's not just uncomfortable, it's frightening. Because deep down, it makes us wonder, are my legs getting weaker? Is this what aging is supposed to feel like? But here's the truth. Getting older doesn't mean giving up strength. It doesn't mean settling for slower steps, aching joints, or nights interrupted by pain. Here on Elder's Guidance, we believe your best years can still be strong, steady, and full of vitality. And today, we're going to show you how. This video will reveal 7 powerful vitamins that can make a real difference in your leg strength, mobility, and confidence, especially if you're over 45. These are not just supplements, they're tools to help you live more freely, move with joy, and stand tall in every sense of the word. So if you love long walks in the park, dancing to your favorite oldies, or simply being able to rise from a chair without hesitation, this is for you. And before we dive in, take a second to subscribe and tap the bell. We're building a community here at Elder's Guidance, a place where you're not just seen or heard, but understood. Let's walk this journey together, one strong step at a time. Imagine this. You're at your granddaughter's birthday party. She runs up to you, smiling, arms open wide. "Grandpa, chase me." But instead of jumping to your feet, you pause. Not because you don't want to, but because your legs just aren't what they used to be. Maybe it's the ache in your knees. Maybe it's the fear of falling. Or maybe, deep down, it's the quiet frustration of feeling trapped in a body that used to move with ease. Leg strength. It's not just about muscles and movement. It's about freedom, independence, dignity. As we age, maintaining strong legs becomes one of the most powerful things we can do to keep living the life we love. Why? Because our legs carry us, literally and figuratively, through every chapter of life. They help us walk confidently through the grocery store, hike our favorite trails, or stand tall at family events. They let us dance at weddings, garden in the backyard, and climb the stairs without second-guessing each step. But more than that, strong legs protect us. They help prevent dangerous falls, one of the leading causes of injury among older adults. They keep our balance sharp and our reactions quick. And they remind us that aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. Here's the truth. You're not fragile, you're resilient. And your body, yes, even in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, wants to be strong. That's why what we're about to share matters so much. The vitamins we'll talk about in this video aren't just about avoiding pain or staying upright. They're about unlocking the strength within you that's always been there. Because every time you take a confident step forward, free of pain, full of purpose, you prove something powerful. You're still in control. You're still capable. And your legs, they're not just for walking, they're for living. Let's start with the one that often gets overlooked, yet quietly holds the key to stronger, more stable legs. Vitamin D. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt the warmth of the morning sun on your skin? Just soaking it in. That sunlight isn't just comforting, it's life-giving, especially as we age. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, is absolutely essential for leg strength, muscle function, and bone stability. Yet shockingly, up to 50% of adults over 50 in the US are deficient, and many don't even know it. But why is this vitamin so important? Because without enough vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb calcium properly, weakening bones, maintain muscle mass and strength, coordinate balance and prevent falls, manage inflammation in the joints and tissues. And let's be honest, those aren't just medical facts, they're everyday realities. That soreness in your thighs after a walk, that stiffness in the morning, that wobble when you get out of bed, it may all trace back to one thing: not enough vitamin D. As we get older, our bodies change. Our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. We spend more time indoors, and sometimes we avoid the sun altogether because of skin concerns or mobility issues. The result? Muscle weakness that sneaks in quietly, balance that slowly shifts, falls that happen when we least expect them. But here's the beautiful part. This is something you can change. When seniors begin supplementing vitamin D consistently, research shows a significant improvement in strength, stability, and fall prevention. Vitamin D doesn't just protect your bones. It fires up your muscles, enhances reaction times, and even helps prevent the kind of nerve damage that slows down leg movement and coordination. It's your body's natural strength enhancer. No prescription needed. So how can you get more vitamin D? Let's talk options. Real, practical ones. 1. Get outside, safely. Just 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight on your arms and legs a few times a week, especially in the morning, can make a real difference. But be mindful. Sunscreen, while necessary, can block vitamin D production, so balance is key. 2. Eat your D. Some foods are naturally rich in this vitamin, like salmon, sardines, fortified milk, mushrooms, and egg yolks. Try adding a vitamin D-packed breakfast to your morning routine. Scrambled eggs with mushrooms and a side of Greek yogurt? That's a win! 3. Consider supplements. Most older adults need a little help here. Doctors typically recommend 800 to 1,000 IU per day, though some may need more depending on deficiency levels. It's safe, affordable, and incredibly effective. Test your levels. Yes, a simple blood test can tell you if your vitamin D is low. Ask your doctor. It could explain a lot about the fatigue or leg discomfort you've been feeling lately. And here's something few people know. Vitamin D is essential for maintaining fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that kick in when you slip on the stairs or lose your balance in the shower. These fibers are what help you catch yourself before a fall happens. Without them, the body becomes slower to react, and that's where danger creeps in. This vitamin also reduces inflammation, easing chronic leg pain and stiffness that many seniors accept as just part of getting older. But it doesn't have to be. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and swing your legs off the bed. There's no aching, no hesitation, no sharp cramp waiting to attack your calf. You stand up easily, confidently, without gripping the nightstand for balance. That's what optimal vitamin D can help you feel. It's not a miracle cure. It's just good science applied to your everyday life. And the best part, it's never too late to start. So whether you're enjoying your retirement on a sunny porch, helping out in the garden, or still working part-time, give your legs the support they deserve. Let the sunshine in, fuel your body, and take that first strong step toward the life you want to live, not the one you've resigned yourself to. Because your legs aren't done yet. They've carried you this far, and with the right care, they'll carry you even farther. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1 to let me know. If not, comment 2. Your thought matters to me either way. Let's talk about something foundational. Literally, if vitamin D is the spark that activates strength, calcium is the building block. It's the mineral that holds you up, your bones, your joints, your structure. And without it, everything, every movement, every step becomes more fragile. You've probably heard it all your life. Drink your milk, get your calcium. But calcium's role goes far beyond childhood growth spurts. In fact, for those over 45, calcium becomes more important, not less. So let me ask you this. Have you ever tripped, caught yourself, and thought, that could have gone very differently? That momentary fear, that flash of what if, is a warning sign. Because for many seniors, a fall isn't just a stumble. It can lead to a fractured hip, months of recovery, or even permanent loss of mobility. And the common thread in all of that? Weak bones. Here's the hard truth. After about age 30, we all begin to lose bone mass gradually. By the time we're in our 50s and beyond, that bone loss accelerates, especially in women after menopause. If we don't give our bodies the calcium it needs, it begins to steal it from our bones, leaving them brittle and hollow. And where does this hit hardest? The legs, hips, knees, ankles, the very places we depend on to stay upright and active. But bones aren't the only ones calling for calcium's help. What many people don't realize is that muscles need calcium too. Every time you stand up, take a step, or bend your knee, calcium is involved. It plays a vital role in muscle contraction, acting like a switch that tells your muscles it's time to move. Now, if your body doesn't have enough calcium available, you may notice muscle cramps in your calves or thighs, twitching, or spasms, especially at night. Weakness when climbing stairs or getting out of a chair. That frustrating feeling of, my legs just won't listen. It's not just age. It could be a sign that your calcium reserves are low and your muscles are struggling to fire properly. But the good news? It's fixable. And it starts with how you fuel your body. Let's explore your options. 1. Dairy. The classic go-to. Milk, yogurt, and cheese are calcium powerhouses. 1 cup of milk has about 300 milligrams of calcium. That's a solid start. Add a cup of Greek yogurt at breakfast, and you're already halfway to your daily goal. But here's the twist. Not everyone tolerates dairy well, especially as we age. 2. Non-dairy heroes. Did you know that leafy greens like kale, bok choy, and collard greens are packed with calcium? Or that sardines and canned salmon, because of their edible bones, are calcium-rich? Tofu, almonds, and fortified plant-based milks, like almond or soy, are also great sources. The trick is variety. Mix it up. Try a stir-fry with tofu and bok choy, or a salad topped with almonds and kale. 3. Supplements. When food isn't enough. Some people, especially those with dietary restrictions or absorption issues, may benefit from a calcium supplement. Doctors typically recommend 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day for older adults. But, and this is crucial, more isn't always better. Taking too much calcium, especially from supplements, can lead to digestive upset, kidney stones, calcium deposits in arteries. That's why it's best to aim for a mix of food-based sources and only supplement when necessary, under medical advice. Now here's where things get really interesting. Calcium doesn't work alone. It needs vitamin D to be absorbed, and it needs physical activity to do its job. You could drink all the milk in the world, but if you're not moving your body, your bones won't get the signal to rebuild and strengthen. Weight-bearing exercises, like walking, light jogging, resistance bands, or even dancing, tell your body, hey, we need these bones, reinforce them. That's right, movement sends the message. It activates the rebuilding process, and it helps direct the calcium to your bones and muscles, where it belongs. And let's not forget the emotional side of all this, because when your bones feel strong, when your legs move with confidence, you feel more than just physically stable. You feel free. You go outside more. You laugh louder. You live more boldly. It's about being able to walk your dog again without fear of falling. About bending down to tie your shoe without wincing. About joining that Zumba class at your community center because you know, deep down, you can keep up. Calcium is more than a mineral, it's a promise. A promise that your legs can remain strong, that your bones can support your dreams. That aging isn't about decline, it's about redefining your strength. So the next time you pour a glass of milk, or choose kale over chips, or take that brisk walk around the block, know this, you're investing in the one thing that carries you through every moment, your legs. And they'll thank you for it, with every steady step, every graceful turn, every joyful dance. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Some of the weakness you feel in your legs, that heaviness, the slight stumble when you stand or turn, it might not be your muscles at all. It might be your nerves, and more specifically, a deficiency in vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is one of the most underappreciated yet essential nutrients for leg strength. Not because it builds muscle directly, but because it fuels the highway between your brain and your body. Let me explain. Every time you lift your leg, take a step, or balance on one foot, your brain sends a signal through your spinal cord and nerves, down to the muscles in your legs. That signal needs to be clear, quick, and accurate. And vitamin B12 is what helps make that happen. Without enough B12, those signals get fuzzy. They slow down, they misfire, and suddenly you feel unsteady on your feet, numbness or tingling in your toes, a strange heaviness in your legs, or like your legs just won't listen to your brain anymore. Sound familiar? Unfortunately, many older adults mistake these symptoms for normal aging. But here's the truth. They're often signs of a treatable B12 deficiency. Why is B12 deficiency so common? Because as we get older, our ability to absorb B12 from food declines, sometimes dramatically. B12 requires something called intrinsic factor in the stomach to be absorbed. But with age, and with common conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, or frequent antacid use, that factor starts to fade. The result, even if you're eating a good diet, your body might not be getting the B12 it needs. This is especially true for people over 60, those who've had digestive surgery, vegetarians, and vegans, since B12 is found in animal products, people on long-term heartburn or diabetes medications. And here's where it gets serious. A long-term deficiency can lead to permanent nerve damage, affecting balance, walking, and even memory. But the good news? When caught early, B12 deficiency is highly reversible. And for many, the effects are remarkably fast. We've heard countless stories from folks in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who said, "I thought I was just getting older. But then I started B12 and suddenly I could walk further, climb stairs again, and the fog in my head cleared." It's not magic. It's biology, finally supported by the right nutrient. So how do you get more B12? There are a few key ways. 1. Through food, if your body can absorb it. B12 is found in lean meats, beef, chicken, turkey, eggs and dairy products, fish and shellfish, especially clams, tuna, salmon and sardines. Fortified cereals and plant milks, a great option for vegetarians. If your stomach is healthy and you're eating well, these foods may be enough. But for many older adults, absorption is the problem, not intake. 2. Through supplements. This is where it gets really helpful. B12 supplements come in many forms: pills, sublingual drops, even sprays. For people with absorption issues, B12 injections are often recommended by doctors. They go straight into the bloodstream, bypassing digestion. And here's some extra peace of mind. Vitamin B12 is water-soluble, meaning your body flushes out what it doesn't need. It's incredibly safe, even at higher doses, especially when supervised by a healthcare provider. 3. Through regular testing. A simple blood test can show your B12 levels. It's one of the most important tests seniors can get, because if caught early, you can prevent years of decline in leg strength, energy, and balance. So what does B12 do for your legs? Exactly. A lot more than you think. B12 maintains myelin, the protective sheath around your nerves, ensures fast and accurate nerve signaling from brain to muscle, supports red blood cell formation, which delivers oxygen to leg muscles, helps prevent muscle fatigue, and that dragging, tired leg feeling, keeps your reflexes sharp, helping you recover balance if you trip. And if you're dealing with leg cramps, numbness, or balance problems, it may not be that you need more stretching. It may be your nerves crying out for support. Picture this. You're walking through the grocery store. A child runs past. You instinctively turn, quickly, confidently, because your body reacts like it used to. Your legs don't hesitate. You don't wobble. You feel grounded, steady, capable. That's what optimal B12 feels like. It's not about feeling like you're 25 again. It's about feeling in control, like your body is working with you, not against you. Because B12 isn't just a vitamin. It's your lifeline to mobility, to balance, to independence. And most importantly, it's doable. With the right nutrition, the right tests, and the right plan, you can regain energy, improve balance, walk further without fatigue, and feel like your legs belong to you again. So if you've been wondering why your legs feel heavy, why you're tripping more, why you just don't feel sure-footed anymore, don't just chalk it up to aging. Look at B12, because sometimes the solution isn't in doing more. It's in giving your body what it's quietly been missing. Have you ever felt it? That sudden, tight, twisting pain in your leg that wakes you up at 2 a.m. A cramp so sharp it feels like your muscle is tying itself in knots. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Leg cramps and nighttime muscle spasms are incredibly common among adults over 45. But here's the good news. One of the most powerful natural solutions might already be in your kitchen. Its name, magnesium. Magnesium is often called the quiet hero of muscle health. It doesn't get as much attention as calcium or vitamin D. But when it comes to keeping your legs strong, flexible, and cramp-free, it's absolutely essential. So what exactly does magnesium do? Quite a lot, actually. Magnesium plays a key role in regulating muscle contraction and relaxation, maintaining nerve function, supporting energy production at the cellular level, balancing electrolytes, which are crucial for hydration and movement. Every time you move your legs, whether you're walking, climbing stairs, or stretching in bed, magnesium is involved. It helps your muscles contract smoothly, then relax completely. Without enough of it, those muscle fibers can misfire, stiffen, or spasm. That's when the cramps start. But it's not just about pain. Low magnesium levels can also cause muscle fatigue and weakness, restless legs at night, difficulty recovering after physical activity, general feelings of stiffness or tightness, especially in the calves. And here's something many people don't realize. Stress and age both drain magnesium. As we get older, our bodies naturally absorb less of it from food. Plus, many common medications, like diuretics, blood pressure pills, or acid reflux drugs, can quietly deplete magnesium levels over time. And what happens when the body runs low? It starts to whisper in the form of tightness. Then it speaks louder with cramps, until finally it shouts. Through fatigue, imbalance, or even a fall. But here's the beautiful part. Magnesium can be replenished, and when it is, the results can be felt quickly and deeply. Many older adults report reduced nighttime leg cramps, more restful sleep, easier walking or exercise, and even better mood and energy, because when your muscles feel relaxed, responsive, and coordinated, you move with ease, and you live with joy. So how can you get more magnesium? Let's start with food. Some of the best natural sources include leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard nuts, and seeds, especially almonds, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds. Beans and legumes like black beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Whole grains such as brown rice and oats. And yes, even dark chocolate contains a good amount of magnesium. Try adding a magnesium-rich side dish to dinner. A spinach salad with roasted pumpkin seeds and lemon vinaigrette. Or a smoothie with kale, banana, almond milk, and peanut butter. Simple, delicious, and healing. If you're struggling with frequent cramps or stiffness, a magnesium supplement might be just what you need. Magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate are often recommended for better absorption and less stomach upset. Most adults need around 310 to 420 milligrams per day, though the exact amount can vary. And because magnesium is water-soluble, your body will flush out the excess, making it safe for most people when used properly. Of course, it's always best to consult your doctor before adding a new supplement, especially if you take medications or have kidney issues. One more tip that's often overlooked. Try Epsom salt baths. Epsom salts are rich in magnesium sulfate, and soaking in warm water allows your body to absorb magnesium through the skin. It's calming, soothing, and helps relax tight muscles before bed. So what does life look like with enough magnesium? You wake up, and your legs feel light. You take a walk, and there's no tightness pulling at your calves. You go through your day with fewer spasms, more energy, and a lot more confidence. Because magnesium isn't just about preventing cramps. It's about giving your muscles the calm control they need to support you through every step, stretch, and stride. So don't wait for the next cramp to remind you. Start building your magnesium reserves today. Your legs will thank you. With strength, stillness, and the freedom to move without pain. Have you ever stood up too quickly, only to feel lightheaded or wobbly on your feet? Have your legs ever felt weak, like they couldn't quite hold you up, even though you hadn't done anything strenuous? It might not be a matter of strength or age. It might be a matter of potassium. Potassium is one of the most critical yet commonly overlooked minerals for leg health, especially for those of us over 45. It's what helps your muscles contract and relax properly, maintains healthy nerve signals, and keeps your balance sharp. And when your potassium is low, that's when the issues begin. Suddenly, you're cramping more often. Your legs might feel tight or sore, even at rest. Or worse, you start to feel unsteady, especially when walking on uneven ground or standing for long periods. But let's back up and understand what potassium really does. Potassium is an electrolyte, and it works behind the scenes in some pretty remarkable ways. It helps your nerves send signals to your muscles, so when your brain says move, your legs respond. It supports muscle contractions. Without enough potassium, your legs may feel weak, shaky, or slow to react. It balances the fluids inside and outside your cells, keeping your muscles hydrated and preventing painful spasms. It works alongside sodium to stabilize blood pressure and cardiovascular health, important for circulation in the legs. So what happens when potassium is too low? Your muscles can't contract smoothly. Your nerves send delayed or faulty signals, and that's when you experience leg cramps, especially at night, sudden muscle spasms during rest, fatigue after only light activity, a wobbly or unbalanced feeling, particularly in the ankles and knees. This can be frustrating and scary because when your legs don't respond the way you expect, your confidence takes a hit and you might start to avoid movement altogether. But avoiding movement only makes the problem worse. Here's the good news. Restoring potassium levels can bring rapid relief. Potassium acts like the conductor of a musical symphony, keeping every muscle fiber, nerve, and tendon in harmony. When your body has the right amount of potassium, your muscles respond quickly and smoothly. You feel more stable when walking or standing. You experience fewer cramps and less fatigue. And your legs feel lighter, more agile, like they're truly under your control again. And here's something many people don't realize. Potassium is also critical for bone health. That's right. This muscle-focused mineral helps neutralize acids in your body that can slowly leach calcium from your bones. By buffering acidity, potassium helps maintain stronger, denser bones, especially in the hips, knees, and legs. So how can you make sure you're getting enough? Let's talk real-life strategies. 1. Eat potassium-rich foods every single day. Yes, we all know about bananas, but they're just the beginning. Here are some surprising potassium-packed foods that often contain more potassium than bananas. Sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, and other leafy greens, beans and lentils, baked potatoes, especially with the skin, oranges and orange juice, watermelon yogurt, tomato products, sauce, juice. Aim to include at least 3 to 4 servings of these throughout your day. For example, start your morning with a spinach and mushroom omelet. Add a side of sweet potato with lunch. Enjoy a cup of yogurt with fruit in the afternoon. Sip on orange juice or snack on a few slices of avocado. It's not about making huge changes. It's about consistent choices that support your mobility and strength. 2. Stay hydrated. Potassium and sodium work in tandem, and without proper hydration, the balance gets thrown off, leading to dehydration cramps, fatigue, and muscle tightness. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, especially if you're exercising, gardening, or out in the sun. 3. Talk to your doctor before supplementing. While food is the best and safest source of potassium, some individuals may require supplements, especially if they're on medications that affect potassium levels, like diuretics or certain blood pressure meds. But caution is key. Too much potassium, especially from supplements, can be dangerous, causing heart rhythm problems or affecting kidney function. This is why it's always best to get a blood test before starting any potassium supplement. Most adults need about 2,600 to 3,400 milligrams of potassium per day, depending on age and gender. Your doctor can help determine your ideal intake. 4th, track symptoms and celebrate progress. If you've been struggling with leg cramps, feeling unsteady, sudden muscle tightness, fatigue after walking short distances, if calcium is the building block of strong bones, then vitamin K is the traffic cop, making sure calcium ends up in the right place. Because here's the truth, getting enough calcium is important, but if it doesn't go where it's supposed to, into your bones and teeth, it can actually do more harm than good. That's where vitamin K steps in. Vitamin K plays a crucial role in guiding calcium out of your arteries and soft tissues, and directing it into your bones, where it belongs. Without enough of it, calcium can build up in the wrong places, leading to stiff joints, poor circulation, and even hardening of the arteries. But when you do have enough vitamin K, that same calcium becomes a tool for stronger bones, more flexible joints, and healthier movement overall. Vitamin K comes in 2 primary forms. K1, found in leafy greens like kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard. K2, found in fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, and even liver. K2 is especially powerful because it stays in your body longer and is more effective at directing calcium into bones. So what does this mean for your legs? It means fewer aches and stiffness in the knees, improved joint flexibility and mobility, reduced risk of bone fractures as you age. And that's not all. Recent research suggests that vitamin K also helps lower inflammation in the joints, making it a valuable ally against conditions like osteoarthritis. Even just 1 daily serving of kale or spinach can start to shift the balance in your favor. For those who struggle to eat enough greens or fermented foods, a vitamin K supplement may help, but be careful. Vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting, so if you're on blood thinners like warfarin, always consult your doctor first. Vitamin K is the unsung hero of leg strength. It works quietly, behind the scenes, making sure your bones stay dense, your joints stay mobile, and your calcium stays in check. So add that extra serving of leafy greens. Try a bite of natto or some aged cheese, and let this powerful little vitamin keep your legs moving. strong, stable, and pain-free. Have you ever started climbing a flight of stairs only to feel winded halfway up? Your legs feel heavy, your energy drops off fast. You tell yourself it's just age, but maybe it's a sign your body is low on vitamin B6. Vitamin B6, also called pyridoxine, plays a vital role in how your muscles and nerves communicate. It helps transmit signals from your brain to your legs, supports the breakdown of protein to build muscle, and even produces hemoglobin, which delivers oxygen to every cell in your body. In short, without enough B6, your muscles don't get the message to move. And even if they do, they don't have the energy to keep going. That's why many people over 45 experience quick fatigue after simple movement, slower recovery after activity, weakness that seems to come out of nowhere. The good news, B6 is easy to replenish, and the difference can be felt fast. Here's where you'll find it: chicken, turkey, and salmon bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified cereals. Try this simple day: oatmeal with bananas for breakfast, a tuna salad sandwich for lunch, a grilled chicken and sweet potato dinner. These aren't fancy fixes. They're everyday foods that fuel your muscles, sharpen your coordination, and restore endurance. If you follow a plant-based diet, focus on beans, whole grains, avocados, and sunflower seeds, vitamin B6 won't turn back time, but it can help you feel like you again, stronger, more stable, and full of the energy to keep moving forward. Let's take a moment to reflect. You've just learned about 7 powerful vitamins and minerals that can make a real difference, not just in your legs, but in your life. Vitamin D, for strength, stability, and quicker reflexes. Calcium, for resilient bones that support every step. Vitamin B12, to keep your nerves sharp and your legs responsive. Magnesium, your secret weapon against cramps and stiffness. Potassium, to maintain balance, prevent spasms, and energize your muscles. Vitamin K, the guide that sends calcium exactly where it belongs, into your bones. Vitamin B6, the connector that keeps your muscles, nerves, and energy working together in harmony. Together, these nutrients form your foundation for freedom. Freedom to walk without worry. Freedom to explore, to dance, to keep up with grandkids, or just enjoy a peaceful stroll through the park without hesitation. Maybe you've felt limited lately, tired, unsure, a little less steady. But what if that's not just aging? What if it's your body asking for the right kind of care? Because here's the truth, your legs have carried you through decades of life. They deserve to be supported, nourished, and strengthened. And you deserve to feel proud of every step you take. At Elders Guidance, we're here to walk this journey with you. Every stride, every stretch, every story. So if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below what's helped your legs feel stronger. And don't forget to subscribe for more guidance, encouragement, and real tools to keep you moving well, living well, and loving life at every age. Until next time, take care of your legs. They'll take care of you. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1 to let me know. If not, comment 2. Your thought matters to me either way.